Hi, my name's John Hamblin, the Managing Director of FutureSeed Technologies, which is a company that's trying to solve one of the major problems that we face. When I was born, the world's population was about 2 billion. By the time my grandchildren's children go to primary school in 2050, the world's population will be about 9.5 billion. And all those people are going to need to be fed. And they're going to have to do this with less land that's suitable for agriculture, less water suitable for irrigation, and a lot more people to feed. And it is within that context that FutureSeed Technologies was set up to assist in trying to solve this problem by making the photosynthetic system, which is how light is captured by plants and turned into food, more efficient. There are two basic systems in crops. The C4 system, recently evolved in geological terms, which is more efficient than the much older C3 system. Nearly all crops are C3. The exceptions include things like maize and sugarcane. So we've got to take the wheat and rice, which are the major crops along with corn that feed the world, and improve their photosynthetic system from the C3 system to the C4. I had the good fortune in 1959 to take a gap year in Pakistan, teaching in the Sindh desert near Hyderabad. And this taught me that there were a lot of people in the world who were not getting enough food and that their numbers were rapidly increasing. And it's been with this in mind that the last 57 years of my life have been involved in trying to improve crop genetics and crop growth. And ultimately that led me to the project which I'm going to consider now, which is what FST is doing. Behind me you see a wheat crop, which is in fact in trying to improve C3, and that I set up after I retired in 2006 in a little company called FutureSeed Technologies, which studied a whole range of issues which I could fund myself. And then I came up with this idea about how to produce C4 crops in C3 species, not using a genetic engineering technique. And this occurred a couple of years ago, and over the past 2 years I've put together a team of people who are capable of solving this issue. All these people are currently volunteers and are providing their skills and input for nothing. But if we're going to really take this project forward, we needed a different vehicle to do it in, which is when we set up FutureSeed Technologies this year. And the intellectual property which we developed in FutureSeed has been granted to FutureSeed Technologies on an exclusive basis, and the people involved in FutureSeed are going to be able to provide their skills towards the management of the project, both technically and from a business point of view. FutureSeed Technologies is going to start its efforts on wheat. Partly that's the most important crop in Australia, but it is also one of the two most significant crops in feeding the world, the other being rice. And both of these are C3. When we examine the potential of C4 wheat, we believe that it will improve yields somewhere between 20 and 40% through improved photosynthesis. This is very important as it gives us a step change in our ability to produce more wheat and ultimately, we hope, rice. And this has two sets of beneficiaries. One is the farmers in the developed world. These are broad scale using modern technology and who are quite used to paying for access to new technologies. From that point of view, this project provides a considerable incentive to venture capitalists, as we believe that both the technology and the return within the developed world will be significant. However, in the developing world, more than 60%, or about 60% of the world's wheat crop is grown there. It's grown by small peasant farmers whose main job is to feed their families and use any surplus for small-scale developments at the village level. These people are not in countries where they have a system of markets which would allow us to collect revenue. And therefore we would develop linkages to national and international breeding programs that service these organizations at no cost to them. This is an area where philanthropists can be part of the project. And it's trying to marry these two groups that is going to be an interesting challenge for us, because their objectives will be different in terms of return, but synchronized in terms of progress for wheat yields into the future and feeding the world's population.